Income tax's AI weapon, the game of fake refunds and fake deductions, will no longer survive. Imagine a salaried man working hard every month. TDS is deducted from his salary, the household runs, children's fees are paid, EMIs are met, and at the end of the year he goes to a tax filer for his ITR. The person across from him says, "Don't worry, I will increase the refund. We just need to put in some deductions." The man thinks money is coming back from the government. What is wrong with that? But he does not know that the refund he considers his cleverness could one day come to his door as an income tax notice. The fear starts here, because now the department is not just looking at paper, now the department is looking at data. Now AI is seeing whether you actually gave a donation or just got a receipt made, whether the medical bill is real or fake, whether the tuition fee was actually paid or a figure was just entered for a deduction. And curiosity is born right here. How exactly does this new digital weapon of the income tax department work, which can simultaneously catch small frauds hidden in thousands of returns? Filing an income tax return in India has become much easier today than before. Earlier, documents were submitted and there was more paperwork, but now most of the work has become online and paperless. This facility is a blessing for honest taxpayers because they can file their returns sitting at home. But some people took this facility as a loophole. They thought that if no receipt needs to be uploaded and no paper needs to be submitted immediately, then claim a deduction, take a refund. Who will check? This was the misunderstanding that the income tax department has started to break with AI and advanced data analytics. In July 2025, the income tax department conducted search operations at more than 200 locations across the country. The targets were those people and entities that were helping taxpayers show false refunds or lower tax liability through fake deductions. According to reports, these bogus claims included heads like political donations, tuition fees, and medical expenses. The department identified suspicious patterns using financial data, third-party sources, ground intelligence, and advanced AI tools. This story is not just about the mistake of a few taxpayers. It emerged like an organized racket, where some intermediaries, ITR preparers, and fake documentation networks were promising people, "We will increase your refund." Someone would say, "Show a donation." Someone would create a medical bill, someone would increase the tuition fee, someone would have an HRA claim made, and someone would put in a deduction that had no genuine connection with the taxpayer at all. From the outside, the return looked normal, but inside, the story of the numbers was fake. Many provisions in the Income Tax Act are made for the genuine help of taxpayers. For example, HRA under Section 10(13)(a), Section 80GGC for political party donations, Section 80E for education loan interest, Section 80D for health insurance premiums, Section 80G for charitable donations, Section 80GGA for scientific research donations, Section 80DDB for treatment expenses of serious diseases, and provisions like electric vehicle loan interest. Their purpose is not to allow tax evasion but to provide relief on genuine expenses and eligible payments. But when relief is turned into a fake claim, that very benefit becomes a path to fraud. The role of AI starts right here. Previously, looking at a tax return only revealed how much the taxpayer had claimed. But now the department can cross-check that claim by matching it with various data sources. If you have claimed a donation, what is the status of the organization that received the donation? Is it registered or not? Is its activity real or only on paper? If you have claimed a tuition fee, does it match the school record? If medical expenses are shown, does a connection form with the payment, hospital, or insurance data? If HRA is claimed, is there consistency in the rent, employer declaration, address, and income pattern? This cross-verification is what makes the new system different from the old one. The Central Board of Direct Taxes, or CBDT, also started a data-driven nudge campaign in December 2025. Its purpose was not to give immediate punishment, but rather to give taxpayers an opportunity to review their suspicious or wrong deduction claims and correct the return. The CBDT had stated that SMS and email advisories were being sent to taxpayers, especially in cases where suspicious donations were seen under Section 80GGC or Section 80G. Many taxpayers also filed revised or updated returns after the detection drive. The name Nudge campaign sounds soft, but its signal is very strong. It means that the department is telling you first, "We see something suspicious in your return. Check it yourself and correct it if there is a mistake." This gives an opportunity to differentiate between an honest mistake and deliberate fraud. But for those who do not comply even after the warning, the path to notices, interest, penalties, and legal action can open. That is, the department is explaining first, then catching. The most discussion occurred regarding Section 80GGC. This section provides the facility of deduction to individual taxpayers on donations given to registered political parties or electoral trusts. But the problem started when some people began creating fake receipts in the name of political donations. Some registered unrecognized political parties, or RUPPs, were found that were not active in real political activity, were not operational at their addresses, or were weak in filing compliance. According to the CBDT, the risk of fake donation claims and bogus receipts emerged in such cases. The most important thing here for the common taxpayer is that the thinking if there is a receipt everything is fine will no longer work. If the entity giving the receipt is suspicious, the payment trail of the donation is weak, the real existence of the entity is questionable, or the donation was shown only to increase the refund, the department can ask questions. Tax deduction is not a magic button. A deduction is safe only when the payment is genuine, the eligibility is genuine, the documents are genuine, and the claim is according to the law. The game of fake medical bills is also quite dangerous. Many people think it is easy to put in medical expenses. But now hospital data, insurance claim data, payment records and taxpayer profiles can be matched. If someone showed expenses for a serious illness but has neither a medical record nor proof of payment, nor a treatment link, the claim can be suspicious. Similarly, in tuition fees, just writing an amount is not enough. The child, the school, the fee receipt, the payment mode and eligibility can all be relevant. Many people have also made mistakes in HRA or house rent allowance. Many people do not pay rent but claim HRA. Someone shows rent in the name of their parents but does not keep a payment trail. Someone provides a fake landlord PAN. Someone has an address mismatch. AI and analytics can catch such patterns because the return data can be compared with employer records, Form 16, PAN data, property data, and bank payments. If the income is from one city, the address is another, the rent is for a third place, and the landlord's record tells a different story, a question is bound to arise. The biggest twist here is that the one committing fraud is not always a big businessman or a big politician. Many salaried employees also make wrong claims in the greed for a small refund. Someone says everyone does it. Someone says the CA put it in. Someone says I didn't even know. But an income tax return is filed in the name of the taxpayer. Therefore, the responsibility also lies with the taxpayer. If there is a wrong claim in the return, it is not easy to escape by just blaming the filer. This is also a warning for tax professionals and CAs. The department has given a clear signal that professionals who lead taxpayers down the path of fake deductions, inflated refunds, or bogus documents can also come under the scope of investigation. Because if someone is putting false claims in people's returns in an organized way, taking commissions and running a fake documentation network, it can become a facilitation of tax evasion, not just a mistake. AI makes this whole system fast because a human cannot manually read thousands of returns, but the system can catch patterns. Suppose the same tax preparer put the same deduction in 500 returns. Suddenly, many small donations are seen for the same political entity. The same medical bill format was used by many people. The same school receipt pattern appeared among taxpayers from different cities. Suspicious donations circulated through the same bank route. Previously, these things could be missed, but data analytics views them as patterns. This does not mean that AI has become the judge. AI only shows red flags. Final action happens on the basis of law, evidence, and human investigation. But a red flag is very powerful because it tells the department where to look. Just as a torch lights up in a dark room, data analytics sheds light on suspicious transactions. The safest path for taxpayers is very simple. Keep proof before claiming any deduction. If there is a donation, keep a valid receipt, an eligible institution, proof of payment, and correct details. If there is HRA, keep the rent agreement, rent receipt, payment record, and landlord details correct. If there is a medical claim, check the prescription, bill, proof of payment, and eligibility. If there is education loan interest, keep the bank certificate. If there is a health insurance premium, keep the policy and proof of payment. Putting in a deduction based only on a receipt received on WhatsApp or the words of an agent is a warning bell. If a taxpayer has made a wrong claim in the past, instead of panicking, they should review the return. If time is allowed, the option of a revised return or an updated return should be understood. An updated return, i.e., ITRU, can be filed with certain conditions and additional tax liability. Experts also advise that it is better for the taxpayer to correct the mistake themselves rather than waiting for a notice, because voluntary correction can reduce future trouble. There is a big message in this entire action. The government is now not just collecting tax, it is also looking at tax behavior. which taxpayer consistently makes genuine claims, who makes sudden refund claims, who puts in different suspicious deductions every year, who appears linked to some racket, all this can gradually become part of a data profile. Therefore, a small wrong entry today can become a big problem tomorrow. The common man should also understand that there is a difference between tax saving and tax evasion. Tax saving is legal. If you are eligible, have correct proof and the law allows it, claiming a deduction is your right. But showing an expense without spending, creating a donation receipt without giving a donation, attaching a fake medical bill, showing an increased tuition fee, or making a fake rent claim is not tax planning, it is tax fraud. And catching this fraud has now become easier than before. There is fear in this story because many people consider a refund to be free money. But a refund is a return of your extra tax paid amount, not a bonus. If a refund has come from a fake claim, then that money can be taken back, and along with it, interest, penalties, notices and legal stress can also come. In the greed for a few thousand rupees, a tax profile of many years can be ruined. The curiosity is because this entire system now works in an invisible way. You might feel that the return is filed, the refund has arrived, and the matter is over. But data matching can be running in the back end. Bank data, employer data, Form 26AS, AIS, TIS, donation records, third-party reporting, PAN mapping, GST trails, property records, insurance data. If your claim tells a different story amidst all these, the system can catch it. The message of the Income Tax Department today is clear. An honest taxpayer does not need to fear, but a careless taxpayer needs to be careful. And for those who had made a business of fake deductions in an organized way, the path is now becoming difficult. Raids at more than 200 locations are not just an action, but a signal that paperless filing does not mean unchecked filing. In digital India, digital footprints also remain. In the end, the matter is very straight. An income tax return is not a sheet for guessing, it is an official statement of your financial honesty. What is written in it should be the truth. In this era of AI, data analytics and third-party verification, making a fake claim is like stealing in the dark and forgetting that a CCTV is installed in the room. Therefore, if the deduction is genuine, keep proof and claim with confidence. If the claim is wrong, correct it in time. Because now the Income Tax Department has not only the law but also the eye of data. And when this eye opens, the game of fake refunds, bogus donations, and forged deductions cannot stay hidden for long.
If this video has taught you something new, or if you feel this information should reach more people, don't forget to like and share the video. Your small share can become valuable and useful information for someone else. If you have any questions related to this topic, or if you would like to share your opinion with us, be sure to write in the comment box. We read every question and suggestion from you, because your feedback inspires us to create better content. And if you want to keep receiving such interesting and reliable information about business, the economy, and the world in the future, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel GRT Business and also press the bell icon so that you get notifications of every new video directly. At GRT Business, we always strive to provide you with accurate, balanced, and reliable information. Our news and analysis are prepared based on information obtained from various news agencies, public sources, and public opinion. We make every effort to verify and validate each fact as much as possible. But in case of any possible error or dispute, the responsibility lies with the respective sources. Our only aim is to present you with a correct and trustworthy perspective so that you can understand any topic better.